lite moment tro på oss.
Free soon. Could we talk? Never would I have imagined to encounter something like these Starborn. Now I feel that rather than having answers, we only have more questions. Yes. By any meaning of the word. Regardless of how impossible they may have seemed before now, I must say that I do not like being threatened by anyone. I do not understand how seeking answers can be so dangerous. Clearly, these Starborn are connected to the artifacts, which would mean that they are also connected to that temple you found. Did they make these things? Have they appropriated them? This all implies there is something more, something we do not yet understand. I am never worried. Cautious, perhaps. It has always been necessary to prepare for the unexpected. This is just a bit more unexpected than usual. It seems to be how things go here in Constellation. You are right. And it would seem that if we do, we may well cross paths with these Starborn again. We will need to be on our guard from now on. They seem to know much about us. Perhaps we can learn more about them to make it even. Whether we learn more or not, I now have a difficult decision to make. I must decide whether to report this to House Barun. Then I shall consider how to relay the information and take it up with Sarah when I can. I do appreciate that I can trust you with this. It is good to have someone to talk to. You are too good to me, you know that? We should return to our search then. There's still so much to do. Walter has used his considerable funds to maintain the lodge, are we not?
Lay it on me.
My friend.
Ever since I got here,
this
has felt like
fort.
Got one.
these people are family. I hope it feels that way for you too.
Did you have time to listen? Do it. I found it to be very enlightening.
do not think I could tire of seeing these magnificent structures. In the idea that the odds of something killing us here are at an all-time low.
How far we've come. It's all becoming so overwhelming. The Starborn, the artifact visions, the music. Is it all worth it?
Mateo, are you having a crisis of faith? You?
What if the Starborn are right? What if our hunt for the artifacts is a fool's errand, doomed to failure and catastrophe?
You think we're doing the wrong thing? We just want answers. Isn't that why we all joined in the first place? The noble quest of discovery?
Agreed. We should not abandon our mission when things become difficult.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to shame either of you. Blame the workings of a worried mind. I just hope that this journey doesn't turn us into something that we wouldn't recognize from where we are now.
Hate to interrupt, but I have a favor to ask. Lot of equipment on the Eye has reached the span's end. If we're going to find more artifacts further out, we need work done. Got the nods and signs from Sarah and Walter for the materials, but I need hands. Won't be going alone. Need more than just the you and I. Asked around. A few constellations are already on their way up.
Hey, Dad. Can I talk with you?
Greetings, Captain.
We'll fire everything up once it's all tightened down. Just grab a wrench. Should be quick. We'll fire everything up once it's all tightened down.
Setting up some software. Want to test the computer over there? Help Vladimir code up this system. The first time. Now that is fine.
Wrenches, let's tighten this equipment down.
Hey, mind helping me weld up some... these panels? Down in a jiff. Let me just check a few more things.
This scanning equipment needs to be installed. I could use your help. There seems to be a...
Gave up my room in the lodge so Andreja had a place to call her own. Everyone needs space to let their thoughts run solo. You color the wrong wires. Station showing red. Bed. Nastier than I measured.
This is my fault. I will...
No need for the martyr's clothes, but I'm hip. As for you, while we're giving the eye the swords, need to tip your ear on another matter. Don't want to worry anyone, but we got more competition. Not Starborn, rival collector. Captain Petrov owns a salvager vessel called the Scow. Runs it like a palace of novelties. And he's got a new prize in his collection. The Scavenger hires every gun and knife willing to chop relics out of their owner's hands for pay. Scrapes out any derelict ships his mosquitoes can find. Reached out through my hand-to-hands to see if we can do an honest swap. He says the rock ain't for sale for any price. Think we're gonna need a crowbar and bag for this one. He's got a reputation for seeing the gold in things, but he's no lab coat. Thinking he knows it's unique, but not why. All the more reason to clutch tightly. Left the life of a Jacobons behind myself. I know what I'm asking. But I see a clutch prize not up for the prying any other way. Not sending you lone hook on the job. I want Sarah with you on this one. You two will be foot to foot the whole way, so make sure you're ready. As we always say, each member of Constellation is their own conscience. Catch a smile out there.
We should have a talk. When you have the time, of course.
You don't have business with the Scow. Our captain is not taking visitors. No one uninvited board. If that's all you're here for, then maybe. All right. I'll clear you to dock. Keep yourself out of trouble, or we'll have every hired gun in the cargo bay after you. Okay. Hello.
When you have a moment, I'd like to speak to you. I wanted to talk to you, but honestly, I don't know where to begin. The Starborn's technology is simply astonishing. It's just almost too much to process. Yes, I suppose I am. But you can hardly blame me, can you? You do understand the significance of this encounter, don't you? This is humankind's first contact with what I believe is an alien race. A race with technology that could be far superior to our own. Oh, we could learn so much from them. That's what disturbs me. Can't be a coincidence that these Starborn suddenly appeared after your experience at that temple. We know they're here to lay claim to the artifacts, but what's their true motivation? What aren't they telling us? It's very disturbing, especially with all of that cutting-edge technology at their disposal. Damn. Oh, if only we knew more about the Starborn. What their species is like, where they're from, how they're able to speak our language. I feel like a cadet on my very first day aboard a spaceship. My mind is absolutely swimming with questions. Obviously. But there has to be more to these beings than simply originating from another world. Their name alone, Starborn. There's some type of hidden meaning there. Something that feels very old, perhaps even ancient. Whatever the case may be, I can assure you that Constellation intends to get to the bottom of this mystery. To a degree, yes. Every bit of exploration comes with inherent risk. If we continue to avoid life's mysteries, we'll barely make progress as a species. I certainly hope so. You know, it's funny. When I was a little girl, I'd lay on the ground and stare up at the stars. I was absolutely convinced they held a secret. I'd remain there for hours in silence, eyes closed, listening, waiting for the secret to be whispered in my ear. This encounter with the Starborn is that moment to me. The stars are finally whispering, and I need to hear what they have to say. I'll be careful, I promise. Well then, I've certainly wasted enough of your valuable time. Just do be careful if you cross paths with these Starborn in the future. I wouldn't want to lose one of the most valuable members of Constellation. When you have a few moments, there's something I'd like to discuss. Ron Hope was a real piece of work, wasn't he? Despicable is too. He held innocent people with little regard, treating their lives like... Yes, at least letting him off the hook would have been a terrible injustice. While that's true, it certainly doesn't excuse the blood that he has on his hands. No, it certainly isn't. Especially when it comes at the expense of human lives. Well, I think I've lectured you enough. Thanks for taking the time to listen to me. I have something I need to discuss with you. Handling those tricky decisions regarding Ryujin must have been difficult. In fact, I'm amazed you were able to deal with them at all. Those types of corporations remind me why I never ventured into business. I can't stand that way of life. It is disgusting. And I'm pleased you recognized that Ryujin almost made a grievous error in judgment. After all, based on your recommendation, they've ceased their work on that disturbing neuroamp technology. Why wouldn't I be pleased about your decision? Can you imagine if that technology had fallen into the wrong hands? The awful things you could force people to do. Oh, it's terribly frightening. Yes, quite. Well, I've certainly taken up enough of your time. Thanks for letting me get that off my mind. There's something I need to talk to you about. Sorry to pull you aside like this, but I wanted to take a moment to congratulate you. Taking those steps to eradicate the Terramorph threat is essential to the safety of every living thing in the settled system. Indeed. Leaving that problem unchecked could have made the situation. I only wish that the United Colonies chose to exterminate the Terramorphs with the experimental microbe instead of Apparently, their decision was based on your recommendation. Then you were mistaken. I'm sorry, but I believe that your logic is flawed. There's something I need to talk to you about. Sorry to pull you aside, taking those steps. Yes, exactly. I only wish. Apparently, their decision. Minimal risk. The Asili solution might take. Unfortunately, there's no use dwelling on the past. You need to live. Unfortunately, locking away the Lazarus plant, anything that accelerates the Terramorph life cycle, should have been completely removed from the equation. Why take the... Of course. I wouldn't have it any other way. I appreciate the fact that you've taken the time to listen to my opinion on the matter. I'm sorry if I've said anything that
Who let you on board? Thought Petrov was done hiring mosquitoes. Or maybe you're after something from the captain's collection. Fine. Just ignore me then.
wasn't aware we had the visitors. Waddick, you didn't tell me we had visitors.
We have visitors.
Excellent. Now that you've gone to all this trouble to get here, you should make yourself at home. Relax. Kick up your feet on the tables. I don't care they have scorch marks on them anyway. The artifact? Ah, you must mean my latest curio. I have never seen anything like it. Intricate pattern details, a metal that feels soft to the touch, yet bears not one hint of wear or tear. Ah, you are out of luck, my new friend. I cannot part with it. I know, it's a fickle man who falls in love so easily, but what can I say? Mi amore. Tempting. I do love... I suppose it would be quite unfriendly to turn down a comrade in arms. Oh-ho, you do have a point. Ah, very well. What's a quick look going to hurt, huh? I know. People look at me and say, Petrov, your whole ship is a testament of splendor. Why do you need a special vault? Well, all I can say is that even the greatest collection needs its own private viewing area. Plus, between you and me, there are thieves everywhere. So I spared no expense. Every door between me and my is paid. But that is the price of security, huh? Que sera? Just a bit further. This ship and I have been through some adventures, I'll tell you. I once collected salvage from a Deimos Celestial class while it was exploding. The crew was scraping scorch marks and bits of metal off the hull for weeks. And of course there was the time I accidentally steered us into a UC Navy vessel after a particularly uproarious celebration of my latest acquisitions of fine art. But we were wedged perfectly between their two thrusters and were able to just kind of push them back into the star yard for repairs. Itself. Ah, beautiful, isn't it? The man who sold me this told me that it spoke to him. That holding it for the first time was like drowning in your own soul. Alas, I've held it several times and my soul is still breathing, devoid of any such enlightenment. Why, yes, he did. Oh, no. And it's only fair to warn you. Hands off! I would hate to sour our new friendship.
We're not taking anything, unless you make things unreasonable for us.
Then I suppose it's just a question whether my immeasurable love for my collection and my crew of hired cutthroats is enough to stop you. Go ahead. Make a move for the artifact. Let's see what happens.
You've done an admirable job of trying to keep your cool. But I'm afraid the captain isn't going to listen to reason. There's something I need
We
to
both desire the same. Steal what is... You came for what is mine. Let's see...
Thanks for giving me a moment of your time. I thought you deserved to know how proud I am that you chose to side with the United Colonies and put an end to the Crimson Fleet. You've almost... well, I'm not sure I deserve that, but what I want to know is what... You had Crix's legacy in hand, and you could have easily taken it to the key. Instead, you... Oh, well, I'm flattered that I have such a profound impact on your life. So, no regrets betraying Delgado, then? I imagine... Agreed. With Delgado safely tucked away in a UC prison, things will... I suppose my final concern is how long this newfound... I wish I could share your optimism. My hope is that she... Well, I trust my mindless prattle hasn't been too much of a bother.
You came for what is mine. Let's see you try to take it. We both desire the same thing, but only one of us can get what we want. Steal what is mine, and I will ensure that every security officer in the United Colonies knows you're nothing but a common pirate. Wait! I surrender! I surrender! Don't kill me!
You left us with little choice.
Ah, I see it now. You're in love with the artifact, just as I am. Oh, a cruel fate brings two people of the same kind together. Go then. Leave my ship with your heart's desire. But the United Colonies will know of your descent into petty piracy. C'est la guerre. Oh, don't worry about the mess. I'm sure we can find a place to put the boat. Ah!
Don't leave any of that behind.
Oh, don't worry about the mess. I'm sure we can find a place to put the bodies.
You're lucky the captain's a coward. If it were me, I'd say we go around. So what? We're just going to let you leave the ship?
I have something I need to discuss with you. Thanks for taking the time to talk. I wanted to ask, when you pulled it from the rock, held it in your hands for the first... No, I don't think you understand. I know about... How did you feel... Oh my goodness. That must have been terrifying. When it comes to the artifacts, it never ceases to amaze me how the science, well, simply fails. If there is, the artifacts are doing a heck of a job hiding it. The artifacts are so different, so alien. And I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. Quite the mystery. Is there? After spending years gathering data about the artifacts, you'd think I'd have all the answers. No, that's not it. Solving a mystery like this, it's an I knew I picked the right person for the job. Look, I wanted to thank you for taking the time to talk, and for keeping an open mind. And I also wanted to say, well, I'm pleased we're on this journey together. It's the best decision I've made in quite a long time. Let me know when you're ready.
The eye's gone completely dark. I can't reach anyone on the station.
Noel, Starborn, came out of nowhere.
Vladimir, get out of there!
He already left. Said he was going to the lodge. Andreja, she's still breathing.
Hello, Constellation. Are you there?
Who are you? What did you do to our friends?
They call me the Hunter. And now that I'm here, your part in glimpsing the Unity is over. I'm already on my way. Say goodbye to your...
Forget about us! That Starborn bastard is after the artifacts! You can't let him take them! Pack up the collection, move it somewhere they can't find it!
Vladimir's right. We need to fortify our position before that Starborn storms in. We move out once the artifacts are ready for transport.
What about everyone on the Eye? We can't leave them to die up there.
I understand if you want to go, but I need you here. Please, I don't know what's going to happen once that Starborn shows up.
I don't know how long it's gonna take to pack up the artifacts. I'll get started. Hopefully this will only take a few minutes, if my hands can stop shaking!
Everyone, find a place to take cover.
Where?
Are you heading to the Eye? You'll need to barricade the door behind you. You won't be able to get back in. You do the same.
I'm so excited to see Tony after work.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Sounds like he's got more work. Wait, you're on the wanted list. You're coming with us. We'll be taking any
Okay, I admit, my famous personality wasn't so much help with this one. I don't think I'm going anywhere for a bit. Give the meds some time to kick in. You go ahead.
I really messed up on this one, friend. Usually the back at you. I don't think I'm gonna be moving around too much for a bit.
You're alive. Krix's ghost can keep... No tears for the old.
He came out of nowhere. Thank you. I can get up.
It went quickly after you left. We held him off while Noel escaped through the basement. There's a door that leads to the well district.
Sarah! Sarah, we're here! We're here! You gave me a home, Sarah. Another chance. We are undone. Constellation has lost a part of itself. We cannot change that.
I appear to only be seriously damaged instead of critically damaged. Fortunate that you are likewise relatively undamaged.
Took you. Noel, she might still be in danger. There's a secret door in the basement. Leads right to the well district.
Stay back! Oh, thank God. thank God, thank God, thank God. I still have the artifacts, but where do we take them?
Ah, there you are. I wasn't expecting you to run to the eye.
You?
Yes. Let's see if they can...
everyone to take. Nothing for us to do.
Start the takeoff sequence now! We don't know if that Starborn is dead or not!
I have to admit, this has been interesting. What are you going to do with the artillery now? I wonder. By the way, I'm not usually vested in combat. Impressive. I think you've learned a little something. Oh, please. There's a greater purpose to keep collecting the artifacts. Maybe you'll glimpse the...
You're back. Thank the blackest sea that you and Noel are safe. And the artifacts? The lodge. So, we slipped from the Starborn's grasp, but not before taking a stab straight in the heart. We need to talk locks and bolts. Lodge and the Eye are not secure. Just means he's playing the waiting man's game. He'll be back once we've done all the work of collecting the other pieces.
The hunter, he probably found us because we're somewhere obvious. High-populated area, just like how the Starborn found you orbiting Neon the first time. But the fact that they're competing with us to find the artifacts means they can't get them without searching.
So we put the artifacts somewhere in the fringe. or on something that can slip from their grasp if they do another strike from the curtain. Fine idea. Starborn show up, you can burn helium in one spin of the grav drive to anywhere.
Here. Keep the artifacts safe. I guess we'll meet back at the lodge after?
We can't move home and hearth, but we can at least move the artifacts. No, my plan might be... your fool's test, but taking the artifacts back to the lodge won't cut it.
Hydrocarbons in abundance. Let us see how they have arranged themselves. It is done. Let's return to the lodge.
If you are a victim of the recent attack, please remain
Mateo, I need to be checking everyone's vitals. Now really isn't it?
Constellation has suffered losses before, although...
If I may,
quite so...
I know our encounter with the Hunter is the last thing anyone wants to talk about right now, but he said something that I can't get out of my mind. Unity. Do you remember that? Because he was stopping us, implying that we were getting closer to it. The thing is, I've heard that word before. It's an important concept in Keeper Aquilas's speeches.
The priest? Is the Sanctum Universum going to bless our little crusade of discovery?
It can't be a coincidence. The Sanctum has always believed that answers are out there in the stars. Look, I know it's the longest of shots and the biggest leap of faith I could ever ask us all to take, but why not talk to him?
And it would seem there is nothing to lose in doing so.
Thank you. I know it's not much to go on, but something about this feels right. I'll meet you over there.
No more Starborn have shown up.
Let us see how Vladimir is faring.